what I really miss is good old fashioned fist fights. Why do everybody have to shoot each other now?
Yeah.
What happened to like you
just
fight and then there's a winner and a loser, or it's a tie.
Yeah.
And then
Pugilist.
And then that's that.
Yeah.
It's done.
Street beef, squabbles.
There's guys in your life that you look around and go, that guy's never been punched in the face before. And it would really help him and everybody around him if somebody would punch him in the face one time.
I don't disagree.
That's half the population.
I know, but
right?
Your whole perspective on life changes the first time you get hit and you're like, ho! Welcome to the show. It's the Where It's At podcast. My name is J.R. Moore. It's my man, Alex Rasmussen, to my right, to my left, the one and only Greg Graber. Thank you so much for joining us. We got lots of good stuff to talk about today. We have the president was in town. We've got a basketball tournament that our beloved Tigers are not involved in. Memphis is in the news. We have amphitheaters opening up, getting bigger and having a season start. Lots of great stuff to talk about. Boys, where do you want to start today?
I think we start with the big news of the day. Memphis was all over nationally, took over all the president's on TV. You ever seen that skit? You know this what I'm talking about? Like back when there was only 4 channels.
Yeah.
That was this morning. The president was on TV.
That's right. Talking about it's the greatest thing ever. We did.
Memphis is the safest city.
Safest city.
No crime.
He was zero crime.
Elvis was the biggest one ever.
Meanwhile, a couple of people got shot on Bill Street this weekend.
Oh, man.
And a fight. And a brawl. You saw that?
Yeah.
So
you know what?
That's part of it.
You know,
it's part of life.
We're going to talk about the president being in town. Actually, this brings me up. You know what I miss? And as a guy who dabbles for money in nostalgia, I hate nostalgia. However, what I really miss is good old-fashioned fist fights. Why do everybody have to shoot each other now?
Yeah.
What happened to like you just fight?
Yeah.
And then there's a winner and a loser, or it's a tie.
Yeah.
And then
Pugilist.
And that's that. Yeah. It's done. And like, you know,
street beef, squabbles.
Yeah. There are many times. Think about the amount in your life. There's guys in your life that you look around and go, that guy's never been punched in the face before. And it would really help him and everybody around him if somebody would punch him in the face one time.
I don't disagree.
That's half the population.
I know, but your whole perspective on life changes the first time you get hit, and you're like, ho!
Instead of
whoa!
Okay.
Yeah. And that's both. I mean, that's like literally and figuratively. You get popped in the mouth. You're like, your perspective kind of changes.
Yeah.
I feel like people should get punched in the face more, but not shot.
Yeah.
They had that. They had that downtown. There was a bunch of young men fighting police officers downtown. It was all punching.
Yeah.
Like you saw the video? Big battle royal type thing.
Yeah.
I'm not like getting off on that. I don't think
the National Guard's been
I don't love
pent up.
that.
Not all
They've
of
been
that.
pent up at a local hotel. We won't tell y'all which one they're staying at, but you know, they haven't had anything to do, so they probably maybe they took your advice.
Maybe
like,
it is.
You know what? Like, hey, we're tired of these guys.
Yeah, maybe it is.
And did you see the guy, the new newscaster?
Yes.
They got roasted.
Okay, so the way that you get roasted and welcome to Memphis, like these guys have probably been dealing with the roasting now.
I love that. And that guy seems to take it all in stride too.
Old Forrest Gump looking at.
Oh man.
What was it? Derek Rose's uncle looking ass? I mean, that was the best one.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I saw they did an article on him, and he seemed like I read them all, and I was laughing. I really hope he was laughing.
I'm trying to get him on the podcast. We'll
that'd be
read
great.
his favorite ones.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, so
big head too
invitation.
close to the camera.
I miss good old-fashioned one-on-one fist fights.
I see where you're coming from. Mostly it's little brothers that got beat. I had an older brother, so I was punched in the head
Same.
often.
I'm a little brother as well.
And so we just get it, I think, as a little brother.
Yep. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Older, like people who, either their brothers weren't around or, like they're jumping people, they're fighting in groups, they're pulling guns out.
It's terrible.
Like, just take your licks.
Take your licks. That, the problem, this is another one thing where the internet is the best and worst thing that's ever happened in society. And that, think about, there's so many great things about the internet, there's so many bad things that anything you've ever done in your life that's embarrassing or a mistake is now on camera for everybody to look at and laugh at forever. And like in 1994, you could get your ass whipped and like, nobody
just be the,
it's
just the cafeteria.
It's the 10 people who saw the fight and your buddy who had to break in. Like, all right, man,
that's enough.
You can lie about it,
and now it's over with. And it's possible you end up being friends with that guy later who you got in a fight
especially
with
the Christian brothers.
Especially, and like it's over and done with, and like it's like not like this lore that lives on the internet forever. And now I feel like people, if you get embarrassed, they're like, oh, well, my only response is to shoot you because now I'm embarrassed forever. Maybe that's what it is.
I think we would all agree that we should put the guns down. The reason that our forefathers gave us our Second Amendment rights, and it was that you didn't want your government to be more armed than you. I think it's fine if you and the neighbor just have a little squabble in the street.
I agree. You guys can argue. It's fine to argue.
Figure it out. You don't need to get guns involved.
No,
we need to get guns involved if the National Guard is like knocking on your door.
Speaking of the National Guard, no more crime.
So was
zero crime.
So did you see that stupid quote? The guy that owns Pew's Flowers, he just wrecked 50% of his business.
I did not see this
by
quote.
showing up and sucking up to Trump and saying crime's down 100%.
I thought he was pretty bad.
That's just a dumb move. Whether you support Trump or not.
Was he on TV doing it?
Oh, in front of the whole world.
That's
and
why.
people are like, screw Pooh Flowers now. I'm not like everybody. Pew's.
Well, he didn't think that through, did he?
What a dummy. What a dummy.
It's gonna be like, I know what he's doing. It's already divisive, and if I can just crank up one side of business, he's taking a gamble.
I think it's dumb.
I can stand to lose this side if I crank up this side. It's like the My Pillow guy.
He's going to be fine.
He'll be fine, but it's a dumb, risky thing.
It is quite risky.
From your perspective, why he didn't ask a PR person before.
Yeah.
Should I do this?
Yeah.
Or he just didn't. He just read from a sheet of paper when he could have sounded very eloquent. Could have hey, crime, and this is my city, and I love the city. He could have probably framed it differently. I think is what you're saying. It'd been fine. I don't think it was necessarily just that he went on there.
I saw on Facebook one of the news outlets, Channel 3, Channel 5, had a posting of it, and all the comments. My family's used them forever, not anymore. Like a ton.
That's unfortunate.
A ton.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Trump said his business is only going to get better. And there's zero crime.
And as we know, there's no such thing as bad press, right?
I mean, it's one of those things.
All press is good press.
You can stand to take. People say I'm never going to get my flowers from there again. People also aren't going to eat at Chick-fil-A anymore or shop at Target.
It's a good point.
And it turns out if you just have the best stuff.
Yeah.
People are probably going to shop at your store, and you may lose some customers. Some people will stand on those moral beliefs, at whatever they are, and people have the right to, use their money where they use their money. But it turns out Chick-fil-A has the best chicken sandwiches.
It's really good.
But my point is, 100% down. Well, Saturday we had the 2 shootings on Beale Street and then the big brawl. So that was just a dumb quote to make.
This always happens when the weather gets nicer.
Yeah.
This is a story as old as time. The weather gets nicer. People come out and they get a little rowdy and they get a little drunk. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fight in the city that I think that happens anywhere.
It's spring break and the weather got warm at the same time. But you're right. That's a recipe for everybody's outside doing stuff.
Now, the curfew with the kids, I can agree with.
Yeah.
First of all, your kids need to be at home. I'm fine letting your kids stay up late, hang out in the backyard to the swimming pool. I don't need like the strict parenting all the way around, but your teenagers should not be in and around Beale Street.
There's no reason, unless you live a block off Beale, your teenagers should not be on Beale Street.
I agree.
Ever.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Nothing good's going to come from it. No matter who the teenager is.
No.
Does not
and like
matter.
I'm not gonna be old white guy be like, it's a 21 plus street. I'm not making that argument either.
Because we were kids on Beale Street.
Yeah,
but like
you need to go have a good time.
Yes, but a whole group of teenagers on Beale is not is not the
What
place.
did
for
we
them to
do?
be.
We went to Apple Tree when we were
Apple Tree Cinema, yes.
That's what we did.
We went to Mongo's and drank when we were like 16.
You went to Mongo's, the Palace.
Downtown? No, downtown. I'm a few years older.
I did go to Mongo's.
It was on Front, right?
It was on Front.
Yeah, I mean, he would.
A buddy of mine.
How old are you, Spirit? 16. Here you go.
A buddy of mine rents a flat from Mongo that's downtown near. It's on Main Street near the Civil Rights Museum down there, and he's like, Mongo's had this place listed for like 100 years. It'll like never sell it. So there's something there, like when you list it, I think something about taxes or something.
Could you imagine dealing with Mongo on a business end of something? That would be a nightmare.
What if he's actually like super put together when it comes to his business?
I think that's him.
Is it like his public persona is Mongo?
Yeah.
From what's the planet he's from?
Zambodia.
Yeah.
But like if you actually like had to do a business deal with him, he's like super buttoned up and like has all his act together.
I think that's him. I met Juicy J.
Where's his
Jordan
money come
Houston
from?
once. Yeah.
I think he inherited. I think it's family
not
money.
Juicy, not Jay's, but where does Mongo's
money come from?
Family, I think.
Family?
That would
I
make
think I
sense.
heard
Some of these
that.
places he's owned as long as he has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, beer bust at Mongo's.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the place to do
Oh,
it?
my
That's
goodness.
like speaking out of both sides of my mouth. It's like these teenagers don't need to be on
The girls from-
Beale Street. And, and meanwhile, at Mongo's on Front Street for a beer bust as a
And the girls from
14-year-old.
Catholic high school would always be there. I don't know why. I don't know if they had a bus that dropped them off. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, Memphis has a long history of presidents visiting the city.
We do.
I saw George. I saw the younger Bush, the older Bush.
I was hoping you were going to say Washington, but
that'd be cool. Yeah. Carter, I think, was here a lot for Habitat for Humanity.
Oh,
Trump's been here a couple times. Obama's been here. So
Yep.
I just think anytime a president's in your city, like it's kind of a cool thing. And
I agree.
I know people are divided about, oh, we don't want him here. We do want him here. What you want is good press for your city.
100%.
And you want a safer city. So regardless of how you get there, crime's down 43% year over year.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right.
Even if it is let's be negative about it for a second. Even if it is a publicity stunt for him and the administration,
sure.
There's still a certain degree of psychological safety I feel that's in the city right now with the National Guard.
You can say what you want. It is definitely improved.
Yeah.
Whether it was heavy-handed or a publicity stunt or over the top, it helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helped. Yeah. And again, and you're right. If a president's in your city, I think that's always cool.
I think it's a historical thing.
I agree.
People used to line the
no matter what
streets
side
for
you're
it,
on.
I agree.
Yeah, and I hate that. And I'm ready for the Trump years to be over with. Like I think we can probably all agree. Like it's just too much.
I'm all set.
Price of eggs haven't gone down. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean the war. They call it the military operation in Iran. All this stuff. It's like nobody.
I think
it's all
anybody's
PR, man. It's all PR. Tell, as my friend Jeffrey Wright always says, don't tell the story, tell your story. The military conflict.
Military
operation. It's not a war. It's not a war, folks. It's a military operation.
We call that, the nomenclature for that is polishing a turd. Right?
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
Yes.
I agree. I think anyone that would say anything different is not being truthful to themselves.
I agree. Yes, that's somebody saying who hates Trump, just saying this is
Well, his entire cabinet
or
was
loves
on the
him.
stage.
I
mean, it was a U-shaped operation, right? You got the governor of Tennessee here saying, "Hey, my grandmother is from here. I love Memphis." You got Trump saying he loves Tennessee and Memphis.
I don't know that I think that Bill Lee loves Memphis, but go ahead.
I know Marsha Blackburn does not.
Yeah, I don't know
Memphis.
that I agree. Bill Lee is saying that because he's with Trump. I don't think Bill Lee loves Memphis. But
Well,
that's fine. That's fine. He's saying what he's saying.
Yeah, ultimately, what he said was that the line I remember was he says, "Nashville is the heart of Tennessee. Memphis is the soul." And I think we could all agree to some level that, as Memphis being a logistical hub, one of the most rich musical cities in the history of the world.
Yep.
That we need Memphis to be great nationally. It needs good PR and that.
Absolutely.
And for his entire cabinet to be there, these are all political people. You got all these political people are hinging their careers on the success of that. It can only be a good thing.
Listen, man, I will take if somebody Googles Memphis and and the president's in town and it's for a positive reason versus somebody Googling Memphis and it's the first 48 coming up. I will take this version.
That was Saturday.
I will
This is
take
today,
this
right? The goods
version
today.
all day long. I'm with you.
If you were to take the opposite side, if you were to
news.
take the devil's advocate side of, is this a
turnaround
or a federal takeover?
I hate Trump. I hate Trump. And Alex and I have talked a lot about politics in the past. everyone thinks it's a cop-out when I say I'm an independent. I voted for Democrats before. I voted for Republicans before.
Everybody will say that.
I'm in the middle.
Yep.
I'm a centrist.
Yep.
Sort of a pragmatist.
Yep.
I do not like Trump. I think he's self-serving. I think he's a grifter. I think he's a crook. He's in it for himself. However, I don't have a problem with the National Guard being here as a Memphian. It's a good thing. We talked about I'm not fond of ICE ripping families apart of good, hardworking people.
Sure.
Is it somewhat of a PR ploy? Everything he does is a PR ploy.
Yes.
Probably every president, but him even more so. He's more about the grift. He's more about the spin or the shine. I can't stand the guy, but okay, give us more guards here. That's fine.
Yeah. And the problem is I say the problem. No, I don't think he's a good president. However, not all of his ideas are bad.
I agree.
Some of the things he does.
Yeah.
I mean,
the execution
the
or the way that he
execution
words
is always
it.
kind of wild.
He's a populist.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's also
his things should be popular.
He is the most calculated person, especially president, I think I've ever seen. He's also probably pulled off one of the greatest marketing moves in the history of the United States by getting elected president not once but twice.
After everything he's done.
The second time was the crazy
buddy. The job that identify a demographic and change their behavior. I mean, that is marketing genius.
I'm
worried.
Yeah, I agree.
It's incredible, and so you can call him a lot of names. Yeah. Stupid is not accurate. He's not dumb.
Hitler was a marketing genius.
He might be everything else, but he's not dumb.
Joseph Goebbels and so. I do worry about the federal takeover. ICE is at the airports now, supposedly helping out. Just pictures of them doing nothing.
Yeah.
I worry about, and they said the next step is going to be ICE helping at elections. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a slippery slope.
I don't
want the federal government involved with elections.
I don't like that you can mail in a ballot or vote without a voter ID. To me, it seems I've always taken voting seriously, and my ID and my register. I feel like everybody should.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know about ICE being involved and all that. Any Gestapo level thing is too much.
I agree.
Yes. You should be able to trust your society.
The state level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to go and vote. But everybody here should be here legally anyway. Nobody should be showing up to polls.
Right. Yeah.
It's like not from this country.
Like, what? If you're an immigrant who's not a citizen, I don't think I'm going to go vote today.
No. I'm not going over to the Netherlands this summer to cast that vote.
How cool would that be? But
I wouldn't even know where to go.
A hired gun to go vote in elections. They're pretty good. We got
and we know it makes sense to me.
In Memphis,
get it.
I got a big one in Cambodia today. Can you guys head over?
What was Jack Salmons when he was the the chief of staff for the city for a while? Remember?
Yeah. Yes.
City
he had this thing where, I've known Jack not well, but through dealings and stuff. Dead people in Memphis were voting for years.
Yeah, sure.
For years.
That's right. Yeah. It's always been a fraudulent thing, but it just seems so easy to figure out with an ID when a person's showing up to do it. And I think if somebody's like, oh, well, they're traveling or they're this or that, okay, well, then give them a different day or have somebody go to their home and as an election official, this shouldn't be complicated.
It should not.
Why are we making this so complicated?
And Paul Young wasn't there for a personal reason today. Dude, pick a side. I said from the beginning, I've kind of felt like he was somewhat of a sellout in certain ways, or he's just doesn't really stand for much. In my opinion, a lot of my friends voted for him. Heck, I might have. I don't even remember.
I definitely did. I support Paul.
I think I did, but
he's a friend.
Then pick a side. Either you go or you don't go, or you announce
I think
you
Paul's
don't go.
playing it perfectly, and here's why I say that is because he's the same moderate that you are.
But I'm going to mouth off about it, though.
You got to be, to get elected in any city, in any major race, you got to pick a side, right? As far as where you're going to go. Yeah. So he understands who's controlling the narrative for the party that he works for.
Sure.
And also, if Paul Young's going to be successful in Memphis, he's in a 4-year period right now where you just got to get in and not screw anything up.
Yeah.
Make the city safer. Kind of don't. And then your next 4 years, you're sitting duck. Go all out.
Yeah.
Go balls to the wall. Try to figure it out. Right.
That's true.
And then make whatever move he's going to make. I think Paul can. I think it was smart not to show
and
up.
Justin Pearson is another one. It's like We don't want you here, Maine. You don't have to say the Maine.
He's a publicity stunt.
He's terrible. He's a shill of a human being.
I mean, he's the opposite side of Trump doing the same sort of thing.
Without a doubt.
It's all just if I can get clips and be a show.
It's a good way to put it.
I don't think politicians were I don't think it was supposed to be a job, and that's what bothers me about politics in America.
Yeah.
It's like Justin Pearson's been a politician his whole life. Like, brother, if you want me to support what you're doing for our city, like, go do something for our city.
Sure.
Go hire some people. Go run a business. I don't care if it fails.
He was in
Go
the
do
House
something.
less than anyone during his tenure there, and he speaks more eloquently than we do. But then he puts on the shtick with the main
put on the
stuff.
shtick.
You know, it's like
Of course.
Well, there's two funny things about that I wrote down. Because we're talking about Trump. Have you heard about the book, the Barron Trump book?
No.
There's a book about a time traveler named Barron Trump who has a kind of a guide named Donald, and this book was released back in like the late 1800s.
Oh my gosh.
So you got to check into that.
That's not real.
Yeah.
I'm smelling.
That cannot be real.
I'm smelling
You
an
guys didn't
Alex
know this.
conspiracy.
I did
Yeah.
not. Are we talking about we have a new conspiracy? I love this.
Oh, and I've got another one for you. Yeah. So, well, you guys talking amongst yourselves. Look, here it is. Barron Trump's marvelous travels.
This-
right there.
This feels like a thing that has been made up
Should we ask AI
on the internet.
ChatGPT?
They'll lie.
I don't think ChatGPT will lie.
They don't lie.
So the Barron Trump is a time traveler, and who's the Don, or what's Donald?
Yeah, it was like his
character?
guide. I haven't read
his
the book.
guide.
Yeah, tell me about Barron Trump.
Jeez,
Time travel book.
explains a lot.
It does
all these
explain a
rabbit
lot.
holes we're going through.
Well, wait till I give you the next one. I'll have to bring up a TikTok. So here's the real story. The book, time travel book. The books were written in the late 1800s.
Oh, it's a
89
series
through
of books.
93. Children's adventure novels. Main character, a rich boy named Barron Trump. The stories include fantasy, underground civilizations, weird, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so why people think it's crazy. The character, Barron Trump, he lives in a castle, guided by a mentor named Don. This is a true story.
Okay.
This is fact. You
But
guys didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but that is some pretty easy coincidence. Though it's not like
Well, the name Baron means like a robber baron or whatever.
Yeah,
a guy with a lot of money.
it's not like these are crazy.
Well, let me give you this one then. If y'all think that one's crazy, so have y'all seen the one where they think that Elvis Presley is Trump? Y'all haven't seen this.
Speaking of Elvis, he was at Graceland today.
I
Yeah.
have not seen this.
Yeah, I gotta find this.
Did-
one. Priscilla Kirk. Here it is.
Melania is his real wife. I know. Quite shocking, right? Well, rolls
Look at this.
from one roll to the next over time, so you don't realize.
And then here, let me skip ahead a little bit because he kind of goes through some history of some other
Was
guys.
this guy the fittest flat earther?
Yeah.
I said, I don't think that's his wife.
Oh, I love it.
And also going back to the beginning,
This is
where I
Elvis
say
Presley.
Change roles over time, so you don't realize they're.
And then y'all saw Trump went to Graceland today.
Did he go to Graceland?
He
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
Well, that's why
He went home.
he went on.
He went on,
his former role.
Look at that,
bro.
Look, here it is. Here's the face change. Look at that.
Bro. No.
Yeah.
That-
So not only
Yes.
not only did we have a visit from the President of the United States today, Elvis Presley himself has returned home.
That is
He's
crazy.
changed roles.
And he's just a fallen angel.
Elvis is president.
Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts.
Isn't that insane? That's why Trump wanted to save Memphis.
That's why it feels so good.
Think about it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Think about it. None of this is coincidence,
Oh
guys.
my God. Oh, that's incredible.
What do you think?
That's incredible. Dude, what?
You don't know what to think. I can
What?
see you wheel
I
spinning
mean, I
over
can't-
here.
Yeah,
wheel
I don't
spinning.
even-
I can't even like.
You saw it with your own
comprehend that.
eyes.
I did.
We'll have to get Scott to edit that video in where he's Trump. And then he goes on to Priscilla Presley, and Erica Kirk. You do the same thing. They look exactly
Bro.
alike.
That is crazy.
Crazy,
Dude, what kind of charming dude? I will say that. What kind of charming, charismatic guy must Donald Trump be off camera? Because he's kind of a blustering bully.
Yeah.
On camera.
I heard he's nice.
But to getting him in a non-public setting.
Yeah.
So number one, Look at his wife.
She's a looker.
She's a looker. Think about the people who wanted to hang out with him pre-politics.
Yeah.
Like when he was just like,
Rappers.
like a rich dude who
everybody.
wanted to
Well,
be.
he owned half of New York, at least on paper.
I mean, yes.
Maybe not.
I wanted to be on that
Still,
show back.
like he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I mean, like there's something about that dude behind
They say
behind
he's
closed
nice.
doors.
They say he's
that is
really
like-
He's Elvis Presley.
that he's Elvis Presley. That's what it is.
He's got that level of. of
He's got
charisma.
There's got to be
Isn't that
charisma
crazy?
about this dude. That's like
Elon Musk says it's more likely that we are in a sim than not in a sim.
We're in the Matrix.
Yeah. Did you guys take your red pills before
know,
you
right?
came to this?
man.
Episode 6, I'm converting you guys into.
Like,
I really
conspiracy
is.
theories.
I feel like I'm
You're on
about
it.
to. I'm going down a rabbit hole tonight
Yeah,
on the
episode-
flattest
yeah.
fit earther.
The red pill keeps you straight, right?
Episode
reality.
6, where we
In the Matrix, if you take the red pill, then you're able to break free of the Matrix.
Gotcha.
did
Or
we
you
just
go-
become like Memphis QAnon?
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say that.
Are we the Memphis
I don't wanna
chapter?
be- I don't wanna-
It's crazy.
I don't want to be.
Are we the
affiliated.
Memphis chapter? Greg, you're converted.
I'm not.
We've sucked him
God,
in now.
man.
Sing himself.
We sucked him
It's
in.
Lawrence
And listen, guilty by association. You've done 6
dude.
episodes, Greg.
The
Lord.
QAnon
You're
thing
now
was
one of us.
insane. Listen, I knew a couple of people that were like, and I was like, I wanted to hear everything these guys were
Oh,
because
yeah.
I just thought I was eating.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
had so
I
much.
couldn't believe.
I had a buddy that fell into it.
It was an
Yes.
easy thing to fall into.
Yeah.
Oh
It was-
man, that is
But
one of
it's
the.
like anything else. You gotta any psyop is gonna have some things that have some truth
True,
to them,
ounce of truth.
and then they're gonna take
That's how
something
it's-
that's so
yeah.
far over here, so that everybody else is like, oh well, if they believe that aliens are living
Yeah.
underground at the White House and comic pizza,
Yes.
then there's no way that JFK was killed by they
Right.
they use that
Of
crazy
course,
stuff to make
tie them
the
together. There's got to be an ounce of truth. That's how the conspiracy
That's
theory exists. Is
100%.
because you go, well, yeah, no, I'm with you on this thing, and then they just tie it all together.
It's a psyop. They
Yeah.
get you to, oh yeah, the thing was, CIA killed JFK,
Yeah.
and then aliens are living. They do that at the same time to make all of it look crazy.
Eating babies in the pizza parlor.
That's a lot to take
Yeah,
on.
it's a lot.
What was the one where they talk about Hillary Clinton and frazzle drip or whatever?
Oh,
Don't Google that on your way
that-
home.
Don't Google frazzle drip.
Don't do it.
That sounds.
I don't
that sounds
even
like something
wanna-
you catch in college.
That's the one where they say all these police officers that saw the video all
Yeah.
killed themselves or something.
Oh,
after,
wow.
like, with,
Jeez.
10 of the 12 police officers.
You hang out at the wrong club, you might catch a case of frazzle drip.
So what Memphis basketball players are going to come back to?
Segue into Memphis basketball. Speaking of frazzle drip,
Speaking of frazzle drip and conspiracy theories.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you about signature advertising. For over 30 years, signature advertising has helped brands stand out, connect, and grow. We're a full service marketing firm, but at heart, we're storytellers who know how to get results. We've worked with everything from startup companies to the biggest brands on the planet, including global leaders like FedEx, Hilton Hotels, ServiceMaster, True Green, and International Paper, as well as purpose-driven organizations like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. If you're ready for a smarter strategy and creative that delivers, let's talk. Learn more at signature901.com.
We have boots on the ground at the NCAA tournament, basketball tournament. We had boots on the ground.
sent
Greg,
you guys
how
a
was
picture.
it?
yeah.
Sure
That's
did.
what we should talk
Was
about.
it was great. It was. I was with McNeese, right? So I had to choose. But two of my clients,
Who
made
you
the
thought was
tournament.
cooler, NC State or McNeese?
I wouldn't say that, but I just I felt.
McNeese has the aura guy.
Aura's my guy, and this is the third year in a row I had been with them to the tournament. And last year they had the big upset over Clemson.
Sure, of course.
It's just a little team that everyone loves, and it's interesting with sports how they can transform a community.
Yes.
So their all of Lake Charles, Louisiana, loves this team.
Yep.
They all show up for them. The team's given that place so much hope. It's just a neat thing. So I kind of chose
awesome.
to go there. I think you guys saw it. They played Vandy really well,
Yep.
especially in the first half.
Sure did.
They lost by 8 or 9 points. I think they ended up. But
Ran out of steam a little bit.
there is nothing cooler than sort of being around that and behind the scenes. You get on the bus from the hotel with the team. There's the police motorcade, the blue lights
Oh, yeah.
going, and then you get in the locker room and just to see it in their eyes, these young men, just to be there. They're so proud. And on the flip side of that, there's nothing worse than a NCAA loss.
The
like
finality
that.
of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, it's a gut punch.
I got to imagine the energy, like just sort of different,
just,
like palpable energy going into that.
So much prep. So I got there like 3 or 4 days early, and they're watching film, and they're doing all that stuff, and doing shoot-arounds and press with the media. It's just this big buildup, and it comes to a crescendo, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And it's like the earlier you get bounced from that tournament, the worse it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Like by far, like if you lose in the first round, especially if you're or second round if you're Florida, like God, your season is in the tank.
Oh, yeah.
Or even McNeese.
What a game that was, by the way, the Florida game. Man,
Incredible.
that shot at the
The
end.
Kentucky game, where they hit the buzzer beater.
Yeah.
There were some good games.
Some incredible games.
Iowa, that was
yeah.
incredible. The way that they executed down the stretch.
But these guys, like, you take some of these smaller teams like McNeese, are doing it right, and they're doing it well, and they're getting to the tournament, and they're not spending any more money, much less than a Memphis.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's, you can crack the code. It's not all about the biggest spenders necessarily go the furthest.
Right.
That's very true.
All these people on social media, you see like on X, mid-majors are dead. There's no more Cinderellas. That's not true.
It's a lot
There's
of
none
chalk
in the
this
Sweet
year.
16,
Yeah,
though.
I know. There
High
aren't in the
Point
Sweet
had a
16.
great run here.
High Point did really well.
You just saw Iowa. obviously, we talked
VCU,
about.
I've worked with them 3 different stints. I love that program. They did well.
Yeah, they did well. Won a game.
Yeah. If you're handicapping the field, how do you like it kind of coming down the
That's so
stretch here?
tough. I mean, I've seen Duke in person when they beat NC State
They almost
at NC State by like, I don't know, 25, 30 points.
Yeah.
the Boozer
Dude,
brothers.
we were talking about how fundamentally sound they are. Nothing flashy. They just do the simple really well. They're so good and so well coached. I would say Duke if I had to.
Aren't they
if I had to
missing
bet
some
the
dudes,
mortgage.
though?
They
Like
are,
some starters?
but I think they're just
Just
depth
deep enough?
wise. Yeah, depth wise.
You're going to go Duke.
But you look at the team that spends the most money, kind of to prove the point, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
20 million or
Yeah.
something crazy.
Yep. That's
and then
kinda tough.
you get a McNeese that spends $400,000. So
Yeah.
and
a
I
good
think
point.
they went just as far, right?
I did.
I
Yeah.
mean, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I wanted to see what Vegas-
made it out of the first weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see what Vegas thought. And it looks like they like Houston,
Yeah.
Arizona,
But Houston is popping right now.
Yeah, they are.
Arizona, Michigan,
They
Duke,
are
Houston,
so good.
Kelvin is such a good coach.
So good.
and then Purdue. Illinois. I was interested about Illinois' roster because
Yeah.
I was seeing Matt Makovich. I was seeing all these Eastern
I
European
love
names.
when they do that. That was on a much smaller scale. One of my clients, UT Martin, I was telling you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
before, they did that.
They built their whole roster with European guys.
Yeah, it's great. The Illinois
UT
thing.
Martin had like 16 Eastern European guys. It was
Penny's not
incredible.
going to
And they
do
did-
that, but wouldn't that be like kind of a smart move?
cost
in
efficient.
Memphis?
It sure is.
You go
coffee.
get some-
You give a kid from Croatia 15 grand instead of 2 million, like
Well,
like
I mean,
a
listen,
comparable
the
player,
girls'
right?
soccer team has like the Canadian
Yeah,
pipeline,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
they're getting Japanese players
Yeah,
and
smart.
Canadians
Yeah.
and crushing it.
They're fun to
like,
watch, too.
It's like thinking outside the box.
And meanwhile, the men, they're not doing that.
They're not doing that.
CBU
It
has
is-
done it for years. They've gone and
Yep.
gotten foreign players.
Soccer, it's easy, but like
Yeah.
basketball, it's really
it's
cool,
tougher.
man. It's,
Yeah.
and it's a global game now.
Why
For sure.
hasn't
David
Memphis
Stern did
ever
that.
done that? Why have we never gone and gotten some Eastern Europeans?
Get you just an Eastern European.
Well, I think
three-point
for the
guy.
longest time, it's been so dug into this culture that people think if you just go get the best Memphis players,
I
you'll be
believe
a
that.
good team. And that there have been times where that is 100% true. We've also had some lulls to where like there hasn't been super high level players even out and about around Division I basketball. We've had some, but not like enough to where you're like, oh, if Memphis just could have kept all these dudes, we'd be great.
Yeah.
But there's several Memphis players in the tournament still.
Billy
now.
Richmond III is the only one left that I could find, but there were some. And Billy
were some?
Richmond's got, his dad played at Memphis.
Yep.
I'm going to
Full
claim Billy.
count.
I was his former principal many
Yep,
years
you
ago.
taught him well.
Taught him well.
Taught him well.
We
You
used to
did.
have the sock game. We're both into socks, like dress socks or whatever.
Okay.
I would crush his ass.
Yeah.
Man,
On your
Rush,
stance
yeah.
on-
Greg out here killing eighth graders.
Mr. Graber,
as
Mr. Graber.
as a principal.
Well,
Probably why I'm not doing it anymore. But
Bartlett High has, I think, 6 like D1 players
Dude,
on their roster.
yes.
They just won the state championship.
Yep.
None of them, I think, are graduating. Maybe one. So
They're young.
I think it's cyclical. It probably,
Yes, it is
it is.
cyclical.
And that's feeding through Elmore Park,
Yep.
who hasn't lost a game in like 140 games or something. There's
Wow.
some cool basketball stories here in Memphis, especially in that program out in Bartlett. So I would like to see it turn around. In the meantime, if you're just
100%.
trying to find pros, like go go find some foreign players. Do
Yeah, I
something.
agree.
Memphis has got to jump out of the box because they're a sleeping beast, I think. I mean, this is a program that to me has always been a blue blood.
There are people that complain about Gonzaga and that they always go bow out early or they're never going to win it because they play in a terrible conference. And that's not necessarily wrong. However, sign me up for being a 28 win and plus team every year. And sometimes I get bounced in the second round. Sometimes I make a Final Four. Sometimes I make a finals. I'm in the Sweet 16 all the time. And if it never happens, that would suck if it never happens. But I'll take being consistently good. Doing whatever you got to do to get outside the box as opposed to.
I agree.
That's the Memphis model.
Memphis should be Gonzaga. VCU, Memphis.
Memphis should be.
There are several like that.
100%, especially with the conference we're in now.
Oh, yeah.
There's no Louisville or Cincinnati to
Right.
like holding you down.
You saw Brian Hodgson from South Florida.
Yeah, just got the
I know
Providence job.
Brian. Yeah, great guy. 1 year at South
Yes.
Florida, and he's bouncing to Providence.
There's no
Is
reason.
that a
Providence is good.
Providence. It's a
the
big
Big East.
job.
Yeah.
It's a Big East job.
They're good. Well, I mean, they have been good in the past.
Didn't Memphis turn
Provi-
down the Big East?
Patino was there a million.
Do we what?
Didn't Memphis turn down the Big
No,
East?
no.
We were in it for 5
No.
minutes.
No.
Basically.
What happened
right?
there?
Changed
Remind
the
me.
American.
This was a pretty large failure of Shirley Raines and R.C. Johnson. That when the big shift happened and Louisville and Cincinnati left,
Right.
we didn't go. They didn't
take it.
They didn't take us. We didn't even try. They were like, no, we're not doing.
We stayed
paying
in
whatever.
Conference USA. or
Yeah. We stayed in Conference USA, and then then it was like, oh, we've made a mistake. Then we tried to leave, got into the Big East, and the Big East imploded,
Became the American.
and we
sort of,
never
right?
played a game
But
in
then
the
the
Big
Big East came back.
and then it
Yeah,
came
it
back.
did.
because of football imploded.
Well, they're all Catholic
Yeah,
schools
they're all
anyway,
they imploded, and when they came back, there's no more football.
Yeah.
God,
came back as
has
basketball
anybody
only.
screwed up conference realignment worse than Memphis?
I don't think so.
We could have been in the SEC 100 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever it was.
Can
Wouldn't
you
that be something?
imagine Memphis in the SEC? I mean, it's a huge, but now Ole Miss State. We've talked about this.
It would never happen.
Never let
So
it
they
happen.
just
Never
take all our
happened.
players now. They don't
That's
need
right.
us in the
Yeah, it
SEC.
would never
They
happen.
They
Yeah.
just
They get the market.
We're fertile breeding ground for all their
Dude, the
players.
Metro Conference was an awesome conference.
Dude, Florida State,
Virginia Tech,
Louisville,
Georgia
yes.
Tech, Louisville,
Yes.
Tulane. Like
Yes.
that was a great
It was
conference.
unbelievable.
And even if you look at that now with football,
Maybe? Was Clemson maybe?
ooh, I don't know if
Maybe
Clemson
not.
was. But like if that was your basketball and football conference,
yeah.
come on, man.
It was
Yeah.
It was a great conference.
And they
All
played in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know who else played in the Coliseum was the Memphis River Kings.
Sure
and
did.
they're bringing back hockey to Memphis.
I saw
Where?
that in our notes.
I'm going to the press conference
are they
Wednesday at Lander Center.
What's the
And
name?
it's not going to be the River Kings, I don't think.
I thought the they left, right?
They left.
Yeah.
they folded.
the whole league folded, right?
I don't know.
I know the River Kings.
So
folded.
can we call it Memphis if it's in another state? Really?
I got
I mean,
questions. I'm gonna ask
I got
questions.
where do the New York
questions.
Giants and the New York Jets play?
That's true, my man. That's true.
Well, it's
That's
the
true.
Memphis Hustle.
Yeah, the Memphis Hustle.
But Newark, New Jersey,
And where are the
or
Bears-
East Rutherford is different than
where are the Bears going to play? In Gary, Indiana, I think.
Oh, no, they're like, yeah, they are going to Indiana. aren't they?
Yes,
I
they're
just-
moving states.
I hate that.
I hate it too.
I hate it, man.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
Wait, is that really happening?
But it is a real threat. It's like when it first came out, it was like
They
just a
just redid
weird
that
story.
stadium.
I hate that.
It was like this is a threat. And now it's like, wait, hold on, this might really happen.
It's all revolved around corporate dollars these days
Yeah.
anyway.
I mean-
so they're going
Yeah.
to build a stadium and sell all the
The
suites to
49ers play in what, Santa Clara?
That's right. The New York
All right.
Cosmos didn't play in New York either. They were in East Rutherford,
Yeah.
I think. So yeah, you're right.
I think the
is.
Knicks and the Rangers, Mets and Yankees are the only ones.
Yeah.
I guess the Nets play in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is. Well, they hate us over there though, so they can't call themselves Memphis. DeSoto County people do not. Most do not.
They do
like
not
Memphis.
love.
They do not love us. They're scared to come here.
But I
They
don't
say
know
that.
if
That's funny.
the South Haven River Kings are going to do it.
I
DeSoto.
think they're going to be called the River Kings.
The DeSoto Dogs.
I've got this idea, and I
Ice
shouldn't be
dogs.
saying it out loud. 'Cause
Great.
It's gonna,
Can't wait for this.
That's how I operate. Go ahead.
Well, I told you guys about the Savannah Bananas.
Yes.
We went to that. That same
buying a
thing
hockey
would
team?
work for minor league hockey.
Did you like
Are you
it?
buying a hockey
I don't think
team?
I would like it. I don't think I would like
I
it.
actually loved it.
Did you really?
I
went to
actually
Banana
loved
Ball?
it. I did.
Were you sober?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard it was like really entertaining.
It was unbelievable. You know, I think, didn't we talk about this? Yeah, I mean, you walked in, it was like there's a stage set up. They send you through merch. So by the time you get in there, like you've got a jersey, you've got a chain.
I love that.
you've
That
got
is
that.
brilliant.
Yeah. Oh.
They run you through merch when you walk in. That's
and there's different
brilliant.
rules to the game. Like there's a time limit to it. It's only two hours long, and you could score 6 runs in the inning, and the other team scores 2. You just get 1 point. So the games stay close and very competitive. You just win the inning.
Oh, wow.
And if there's a tie at the inning, points. So at the end of the game, it might be 3-4 or 6-2, whatever. And then in the last inning, all your runs count. So now you got the comeback. That's a possibility. When the players aren't playing, let's say a pitcher starts, he'll pitch and then he'll like go out and just start taking pictures with kids and fans. They're lined up. Dancing, music, racing. There's another trick play scoreboard. Dude gives them backflips and catching it, crazy. And
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yes.
Right?
it is.
It's a show.
I like that as a kid. I love
I
the
do too.
Globetrotters. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting athletes and players. Are can have some personality and that sort of thing. So and they sold out Redbird Stadium 3 nights in a row.
But
And it wasn't even Savannah Bananas. Yeah, it was
It's
like
their
their
league team.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
It's
Yeah.
the banana. They created a banana ball league.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't even the main team.
Wow.
Sold out 3 days.
Yeah,
here in
the
Memphis.
actual bananas have to play stadiums.
Wow.
Anyway, take that to hockey on ice where we're fighting. We're dropping gloves. You get points for
We're
wins.
back to the fighting.
Yeah.
No, it's not the
At the
family-friendly
intermission-
banana ball. It
Yeah.
is like we
At
encourage
the
the
intermission,
fighting.
you have the kids' leagues come out and
Oh
play each
my
other, and
God.
they just drop the gloves, and now the kids are fighting. Music. I think you could really bring minor league hockey into something that'd be really cool here. Memphis just needs fun stuff that's family
It does.
friendly.
It's lots of fights.
Minor league hockey
family-friendly.
are just
Who
beating
doesn't?
the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it's all about. That's
Yeah.
why people go to it. Not for
Not for the purity of the hockey.
Play with
of
like
the
a
skaters.
red puck,
Yeah.
make it a little
Oh,
bigger.
sure, yeah.
Make the goals bigger. Pull the goalie every
have like spikes
5,
on the
10
gloves,
minutes.
stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, have like
You know?
mandatory pull the goalie time.
Yeah.
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 To where it encourages.
Just create a
net,
set of
major-
rules
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
just make the game more fun.
I think that almost every minor league sports anything should
Do it.
do that. Should be on top of like, all right, we're gonna be the sounding board of
Guinea
how,
pig.
Yeah.
the guinea. I mean,
They take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, use a pure hockey.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
shut up.
yeah.
to this point,
I'm with
I'm actually almost. I'm not quite finished with it, but I'm almost finished with the Amazon Prime is a documentary on the ABA.
Oh really?
Yes,
I didn't know
it's
that.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's 4 episodes, and if you don't realize just how much stuff came out of the ABA, whether it be 3-point line
Dunking.
or the dunk contest. They're the inventors of the dunk contest, and it spawned out of they didn't have enough money for a halftime performer in one of their All-Star games because it was like right at the end of the league before they were like folded, and so they're like thought they had to think outside of the box. How do we sell this? Oh, let's just get our stars to do a dunk contest, and they're like, and that
Dr. J surely
and
won that, right? Did he?
Dr. J won that one.
I didn't know that for a fact, but I
Yes,
knew he was.
but it was him and what's the guy they call Skywalker? Michael.
Oh, Michael Jones. Oh gosh,
Michael.
I know who you're talking
Thompson.
about. Yes,
Michael Thompson.
played for Denver Nuggets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so it's like one of those. I mean, they were trying to be a competing league, and they were wanting to merge with the NBA, but they were having to do it by to grow their league by thinking very outside the box.
Yeah.
And like, how can we be creative to sell this thing?
Yeah.
And
Memphis had it.
turns out the NBA was like, yep, okay, 3-point line, good idea. Dunk
Yeah.
contest, good idea. And so I kind of feel like every minor league
Should push it.
Should be the thing where like, all right, let's think outside the box. How
Yeah.
can we make this super fun and maybe something catches on?
Yeah, I think you start with the in-arena stuff, and I'm going to go meet with the owners of this new hockey thing on Wednesday and pitch some of these ideas to them. They can steal them or whatever. I don't care.
Sure.
Like, I just want to see Memphis do
Make
it.
it fun and to do,
Let's
do well.
Let's make it fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I
Yeah.
think it's cool.
And even if you can't, okay, so maybe I can't get the red puck or the fighting in the game, but like,
Yeah.
okay, so the intermissions are 20 minutes. You're doing the same buddy.
Sure.
Like, let's do fun stuff.
Let's do fun stuff.
I think.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
even the red puck thing, I like. there's probably rules against it, but if there's not, what if that's like your home court, your home ice advantage thing, to where like Boise State has a blue field and Eastern Illinois has a red field, in football. And I kind of find those slightly annoying. However, they are great marketing. Yeah. Like you see a blue field on ESPN, it's a Boise State game. Yeah. And it's kind of a neat little deal.
You figure out what people complain about and you fix it, right?
Sure. It feels like a thing like, we do it. And we play Memphis. We play with a red puck and whatever.
Yeah, blinking light or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Something that like makes it more fun.
Everybody gets awesome. There's at least one throat split,
So in the ABA, in the ABA, we had the Memphis Tams, right?
We had the Tams, Sounds, and Pros.
We had three.
We had three. I remember the Pros. I was trying to explain to my son the
Larry
day,
Finch,
and so I looked it up.
For those.
And we had all three, and the league was a mess. Yeah. And so. I read it. I actually Wikipedia'd it because I didn't know how long each team stayed here. Yeah. And why we got them. And that league kept taking over the team, and then when an owner would, run out of money, and the league the league would take over the team because they wanted to try to keep a team in Memphis and talk somebody else into coming in and owning it.
Why do pro sports leagues always fail?
It's crazy. What the Tams?
Isn't that crazy?
The Tams are owned by the guy that owned the Oakland A's, right?
Yes, that's why they were green and yellow.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know how I remember that.
That's why they wore green and yellow uniforms. And when the Grizzlies did like the throwback and wore the Tams, the yellow and green, I was like, that reminds me of my old Bellevue Golden Eagles. I had like the exact same uniform. Yeah. Shout out Bellevue AAU basketball.
Charlie Finley was his name.
That's it.
I think. Don't ask me how I remember that.
That's it. I love the Memphis Sounds uniforms. Were awesome.
The red ones. The red ones that brought those back.
Oh, they're so good looking.
Really good.
So good looking.
I don't get it. I don't understand. It feels like a monopoly with the major sports, but it doesn't matter if it's football or any like second tier league, anything.
Doesn't
last
make it.
A year.
Which is wild
even
because
when they're deeply funded.
Because like think about like European sports, the amount of competing leagues with each other. Like think about how many levels of soccer leagues there are.
Insane.
And
so MLS has made it because it's sort of centrally owned, right? And they control the cost. And they have tight salary caps. And so all that's going to amount to, in my opinion, the level of soccer isn't as good as other top leagues, but they've been around like 30 years. I think 96.
It's been a while for
96.
A while now.
I was living in Florida. I remember I would go and see Carlos Valderrama play for Tampa Bay Mutiny.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been around a long time.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, I think we've definitely covered some ground today. I'm curious about kind of what you guys think about. Like, where's Memphis at right now? We're 6 episodes into the Save Memphis podcast.
Yep.
Have we saved Memphis?
I mean, we've definitely solved crime.
We fixed that.
Without a doubt.
We fixed crime.
Crime at 0%.
A couple weeks ago, we fixed racism, so we're good there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've come up with some good conspiracies.
We've brought back, we got Alabama Shakes are coming up. They're going to be playing at a new amphitheater called Grind City Amphitheater.
Yep.
And this is, there's this guy, Nick, from Austin, Texas. So that's where he kind of came in last. He's in the music business. You guys actually need to meet. And, he's a promoter. It's what he does. Yep. And he's like bullish on this thing. And so they've invested a lot of money into the artist area. So I think what he said was like, if Shania Twain, or it wasn't Shania Twain, Sheryl Crow.
Yep.
He was like, Sheryl Crow was the most like, she was a very difficult artist to deal with, make her happy. So he built the backstage is like, would Sheryl Crow be happy for this?
That's pretty good. That's
so
really good.
So artists want to play there. The Alabama Shakes are going to be playing there. April 18th, I want to say it is. And it's right on the river. It's beautiful. He spent 5-6 years trying to get Mud Island to come back. Yep. And he was finally like, forget it. And then, was at Ground City
just
having a beer one day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this actually kind of works.
It's a great view, man.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's right on the river. I think it's got its challenges like anything else, but they've invested $1.5 million in a 5-phase plan. I think that's got, eventually, a full built-out concert venue there, right? And so they're moving in the right direction. They've had some festivals, I think, already with some success. And they're bringing in some stuff that I think that can get Memphis excited. So all that to say, even Memphis music, I think, is starting to make a comeback. I think a lot of people who are investing in the city see this as an opportunity. This is a place where you can invest right now and see some growth in ROI, as opposed to investing in a Nashville or an Austin, Texas, or a Dallas. 100%. It's too damn late.
I agree.
You can do it here now and make impact.
There are holes in the market here that can be serviced.
Yeah.
And that I think is we're in a need for it. It's just somebody taking the initiative to do it. I think something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's you're trying to get Mud Island Amphitheater up and running, and it's just running into too many hurdles. So let me go a mile north and
just
to
build
Grind
another
City
one.
and build another one.
Yeah.
And have something and bring good stuff to Memphis.
Right.
There was a long time to where we were always a tour stop for every national act. They always played
Rolling
here.
Stones, Garth Brooks.
Everybody came
Everybody,
through here.
man,
And now
yeah.
they have to go out of their way to play here. They play Nashville and Little Rock, or they play Nashville, Oxford, Little Rock.
Can't make it make sense.
And so
Tupelo.
we have to have reasons. We have to give them reasons to come.
That's
you
right.
You have to have good venues.
Yeah.
And you have to buy tickets.
And Memphis is a buy at the last minute crowd. Found that out when I promoted that rave. Almost canceled it a week before because I'm like, nobody's buying it. And then the day before, it's sold out, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
How was your Grizz Gala after party?
it was good.
I almost put on a tuxedo and came.
You should have. Yeah. You guys know a guy. Yeah, it was kind of rowdy. I actually left a little early because I was like, all right, I've had enough fun tonight.
Love that.
Yeah. So, I mean, in all this, is Memphis being saved or is Memphis being controlled?
I think Memphis is being saved. I think
too.
we're on the upswing. We're poised to be the next great American city. We're already a great American city, but for other people to realize that and come and invest, the cost of living is cheap here. Doing a venue like that's a lot cheaper than, to your point, Austin or Nashville or one of those places. We've got the digital delta going. We solve crime and racism on this podcast.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
I mean,
like it.
seriously, sometimes it takes something to push it over something drastic to push it over the mountaintop to where to like really get you over the hump. And some of that sounds like it seems like over too much, whether it be this Memphis Safe Task Force. That's a debatable thing. Maybe that's not the thing that pushes us over the edge. Maybe it is the kind of thing that gets the ball rolling towards something super positive and continuing something super positive in the city. So, we talked about that, whether it was earlier in the podcast, whether it was too much or too heavy-handed, and I don't know the answer to that just yet. Yeah. However, doing the same thing over and over again and just leaning a little bit this way or leaning a little bit this way, hoping something great's going to happen, we've been doing that for 25 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How about let's do a big thing. Mm-hmm. And that's a big thing. And let's see if it pays off.
That's right. Yeah.
5 years from now.
Right.
Did this thing that happened, this major thing that happened here, did that pay off 5 years from now? Nobody's a fortune teller except maybe for one of our conspiracy theorists. Barron Trump might be a fortune teller. However, maybe it turns out
That's
great.
right. And then what I would encourage you as a Memphian, if you're watching this, is like put your best foot forward at everything you do. Like you see all the NBA players are now jumping on this, the hotels in Memphis. And it's like, okay, so somebody buy the Westin or whoever owns the Westin, like redo the thing.
Yes.
Retrain your staff. Like, let's be awesome at this.
Yeah.
Like we can't just sit back and go, oh, woe is me. Like, okay, they're giving you real-time feedback.
They're giving you feedback.
This is a one-star review on Google. Like, you could go be like, oh, you suck. You were well.
Yes.
We could do that. Or we could be like, hey, that's good feedback.
Maybe it's time to look inward.
Let's fix this up. Let's fix up our hotel that the
course.
NBA team stays in.
Of course.
Agree.
I totally agree with that.
So, all right,
Totally
cool.
agree with that.
Well, hey, thanks to our sponsors. I want to shout them out. We don't
Shout
talk about them
out.
a lot. Signature Advertising, Neon Canvas that lets us use this beautiful studio. 8th and Roast, our coffee company. Thanks to all of our sponsors who are obviously backing this podcast. It's been great, a great run so far.
Absolutely.
We've enjoyed it. And, our city, we really believe that Memphis is on the come up. Memphis is next. This is where it's at. And sharing this podcast and engaging with this podcast, whether it's the short clips that we do or subscribing to it, is a great way to get the good news out about this city.
Absolutely.
Because that's what we're talking about.
Agreed.
We're talking about the great things in the city.
Totally agree.
And we're going to do it again soon.
We're going to do it again soon. Love it.
wait.
Well, you've been listening to the Where It's At podcast. I'm JR Moore. You can call me JR or Justin. That's Alex. That's Greg. Pleasure hanging with you guys again. Come see us on episode 7. We'll have so many more conspiracies. I can't wait. Bye, guys.